Welcome to Deaf and Dumb. I'm Dan.
And I'm Dudley.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to
I can hear
the
it now.
show. Yeah, there's some
fuzz on my...
fuzz on
I keep forgetting to bring the dongle to transmit to our hearing aid.
The dongle.
To my hearing aid. And I remembered this week, so I can hear everything better.
That's nice.
I heard the theme song this week.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm well.
Yes.
I'm doing okay.
Yeah?
I had this week off. So.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear about it.
I really want to take another week off.
Yeah, I'd like some time off, too.
Yeah. I have the hours. I could do it.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone at work would like that, but...
Yeah, whatever. They get over it.
Played a lot of games this week.
Yeah. I played a fair amount this week, too.
I was really excited because I was like, I got a bunch of time off. I'm going to jump in and play Fallout.
Yeah.
Play some Fallout 76.
Yeah.
Jump in some more Nuclear Winter.
Which is
good. Play some more of my new character.
Mm-hmm.
Do a play. And then I saw, it's an update.
Yeah.
Well, let it update. And it was like, it says 61 gigs, almost 62 gig update.
Yeah, it's a big one.
It's like the whole game.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
It's
so
too
you
big.
Downloaded it.
No, I didn't. I was like, no, this is going to take like all week.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, I thought about taking over to your place.
Which I offered, yeah.
Yeah, I just didn't want to mess with it.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I didn't even notice it. Mine's up to date. I never noticed that it had a big update.
Uh-huh.
It just did.
That must be nice.
It's just very nice.
Uh-huh.
It just, like, my internet is like, woo, yeah, whatever. I am, however, glad that we've upgraded to the unlimited data plan.
Yeah.
Because otherwise we would have capped out a few times.
Yeah, that would be a significant blow to your bandwidth.
Yes.
But I was excited because I was wondering it because it was promised at the end of July.
Yes.
No, I mean the end of June, sorry.
Yes.
We're in July. Mm-hmm. And it didn't come out, but it came out this week, the first week of July.
July 2nd is when it came out, so it was only a few days late.
The latest update for Satisfactory.
Satisfactory.
Which had trains!
And
I was super excited.
And nuclear power.
And
that's great.
Yes. So I jumped as soon as I got it updated. Mm-hmm. I jumped in. Well, I got busy and then acting, and so I finally got around to playing it this weekend.
Yeah.
And I'm much further along in.
Yeah, I got the update.
Yeah.
But I'm nowhere near trains.
Yeah.
But I did start playing again this week. I started playing the day it came out.
Yeah.
And I updated and I played and now I'm progressing nicely.
Yeah.
Do
you have trains?
I do not have trains. I'm nowhere close to trains.
I have a train.
Yeah, I have
a single train.
I have a highway.
Yeah,
I'm building a mountain highway.
Mountain Pass Highway.
Yeah, it's a two lane.
Yeah, I talked about my bridge over the water. So I had the bridge.
Yours is much more pretty.
Really?
Prettier than mine.
Really?
Just because, I mean, it goes through a nice pass. So it's like, look at these, look at the surroundings. Mine just goes up and over like a pit.
It goes like over a waterfall.
Uh-huh.
And then like past some islands and some beach areas.
I had the option to go over a waterfall, but it was going to divert.
I would like to see where you're building over. I'm curious where you are.
I can show you. I don't know where I am on the map because I don't have my map yet.
Yeah,
I haven't updated that yet.
Yeah, the map's handy. I have built a train. It took me a while to figure it out because I was worried. I had to unlock it first.
Yeah,
which I was already kind of capped out on everything I could build.
Yeah.
Up until this point, so I was literally just like, there's nothing else to do other than explore and build stuff, collect stuff, and but then the train update came out, so I would just like crank it. I was working on getting gas masks, and I got sidelined for trains. And so I unlocked it, and then I was trying to get the resources to build. You got to build the stations, like the little train stop station, depots, whatever you want to call it.
Train station.
Yeah. And you got to build it, and it has different parts. So you have to build like one building where the train stops, and then you have building where each of the freights can unload.
Yeah.
And so I only have one right now. So it's the train station, and then the freight.
Have you left room for upgrades?
I have room. I have space I can expand into.
Yeah.
When at some point I know I have because I have 2 other outposts, if you will, where I'm gathering other resources.
Yeah.
And I want to eventually make it where my train stops at each one and gathers the resources and then unloads it.
Yeah.
Right now it goes to one place, which is the furthest way where my bridge went to, where my oil source, my source of oil.
Soil.
Soils.
Source oil.
And but now I have a train track. I was worried I was going to have to make a big loop because
you gotta take that train going in circles.
Yeah, and so
that's how train tracks work.
Yeah, and I was like, that's gonna make. I'm gonna have to make my bridge wider to fit 2 sets of track. But then I figured out that you don't have to. You can split the rails, so you can literally make a loop. I make a loop around my factory, so it goes through the train depot, comes back around and loops back onto itself, and goes to a single track. And then that single track goes all the way to the oil depot. It gets to the stop, and it goes through it, and it makes a loop and comes right back. And
well, that's all great unless you have 2 trains.
True.
that becomes a problem.
It could.
Or you have to create a section where the train diverts off, and then the other train comes through, and then it goes back on.
Kinda like
a side
track.
Yeah.
Because you can. Yeah, I guess you could. If you could set up the timing right.
Yeah.
You could just have another depot stop there, and then just make some trains stop there at certain times.
Yeah.
I don't know. But you can set up you don't program it like you do the tractors and the other vehicles where you just drive the path you want.
Yeah.
Because it's on rails. It's gonna go
it just follows the rail.
But you set up, each stop you make has a name. And then you put it you program it with a time schedule. And it says, go to this stop, and then this stop, and then back to, and then this one. And then if it can't get to it, it'll tell you and be like, it doesn't know what to do. But, because I accidentally broke a track, and then it was like, can't get there. And I'm like, I didn't realize. I thought I had lined it up.
So it's a talking train.
No, it doesn't talk.
Is it named Thomas?
No, that's not. The train doesn't have a name. The depots have names.
Yeah, but you said it tells you.
Well, the thing pops up when you go to the train. No. When you're in the train, it shows on the HUD, and if you go and use the depot, it'll tell you there too.
So the train tells you.
Yeah, but the best thing about one nice thing about it is it's power. It runs off the grid. It's powered by the electricity. You don't have to. It doesn't need fuel.
Electric train.
Which is nice in itself, but you can use it to jump your electricity all the way across the map because
it has a cabling.
built
in.
Yeah, and so I used to have all the way out of my oil depot. I had a big coal generator that just had a giant container full of coal that was just constantly feeding it. It didn't use that much power, so it lasted a really long time. Every once in a while, I just remember to go check it on it, and. But now I don't have to. I just plug it in off the train depot, and it powers the one thing that's out there, and it works pretty good.
Yeah.
And it's running now. It's just on a schedule. It goes and picks up and brings back. I'm trying to get things running where I'm not backlogged right now.
Yeah.
I have something pick up the coal for my steel making, and then I have the train picking up oil, and basically most time they don't drop off hardly anything because my storage are so full that I can't take it on anymore, so they're just backing up. They're still moving, but they're not unloading anything.
So you're just wasting energy.
I am.
To get more oil.
Yeah, but I'm working on it.
So your price of oil is pretty low right now.
It's pretty low. I got a surplus.
10 cents a barrel.
Yeah, something like that. The oil price in my world is really low because I have tons of it. And I just recently set up a bunch of oil refineries making plastic and fuel just nonstop, just to help burn off some of it. And also, I want to eventually get it where I'm automating a bunch of my computer building stuff, because one of the things I need for the next year is 1,000 computers.
Yeah.
And so
I'm sure that's not that complicated.
It's a lot. And so I'm trying to decide. I have to get 1,000 of 3 different things: 1,000 motors, 1,000 computers, and 1,000 heavy module frames, which are a pain to build. And so I'm trying to get the whole fact. I'm rebuilding it. I have 2 levels. So generally my base of my operation is all my resources go up to the 2nd level, and they get stored up there. And then I've been cutting holes in the floor and putting rafters and railing in, and using the conveyor belt lifts things to basically run it, kind of pipe the resources where I want them. And it just looks really cool. And but it's not going to be perfect. I got some stuff pointing this way that really needs to connect to the other thing, so I'm still working it out. The space I'm in is not big enough. That's the problem.
Yeah.
And I built up to kind of like, I'm going to build a big platform. And then I realized I don't have enough room to even do that. I keep running. I have so much stuff in the area. I'm thinking about, I got to move the space elevator somewhere else. I've moved it 3 times now.
Yeah.
And I
because
keep moving
it's not that big of a deal to move a giant space elevator.
Yeah, it really is.
It's like the biggest thing in the game, and you can just pick it up and move it like nothing. No big deal.
You can just take it down if you're not using it.
Yeah, exactly. There's no
I almost took it down completely because I was like, I'm not doing anything right.
I've thought about taking it down a few times, but I have a few things that's stored in it, so I'm just gonna wait.
I'm actually there I need to use it again. So now that Tier 7's open, so I was like, okay, so that's where I'm working. I'm working on getting my factory automating because I'm not going to hand make 1,000 of each of these things.
Yeah.
And most of them require like 3 or 4 step processes to build them. So it's great.
It's good. I'm really getting back into it again. I'm working on. I got coal power now. I'm finally able to get. Last time I talked about it, I had to travel a great distance to get to the coal, and that's what I'm building the highway for, because right now I have to go way around this mountain.
Yeah.
And so it's like I have to thread this path, go around here, and it's kind of
Yeah, that's what I used to have to do to get to my oil.
There's a few little deadly spots in it that I run through a couple times every once in a while, but
little spider things come
out.
out.
No, it's a gassy area, and one of them is fine, but it almost kills me a few times.
Yeah.
But if I go the wrong way, I end up going through it. So I'm just I'm just gonna build a highway that just goes straight over there. And I was like, at first I was like, I just go around, kind of follow the path I know where to go, but just go around. And I was like, no. It's straight that way. I'm just going to build it up and over the mountain. And I'm almost there. I'm almost to the mountain. So
I have to come look at it. I don't want to see it.
I have this ramp that goes, it goes up 3 and then runs 3. Up 3, runs 3.
Oh, yeah.
It just goes up. And then I started just going up 1 and running for a while, up 1. And then I have this long stretch, which
Are you using like the half risers or
no,
the full
I use full riser.
Yeah.
That's why I'm only doing up 3, because it gets too slow if you go any more than that.
Well, my bridge over the start of my bridge to get over the waterfall, initially it was all like 2 risers.
Yeah.
And so the tractor would zoom along and get there, and then it'd go really slow, and then it goes again.
Yeah.
That's why it out because it was too steep for the train to go up that. So I leveled it out.
Well, I have a big, long stretch of it, and it's really open. So I'm like, I think I might build a giant floating platform. This will become my factory eventually.
That'd be cool.
So it's gonna be right now. I'm down in this little deserty area, and then I have a little highway. It's a 2-lane. So there's 2 panels. I'm thinking of making 3-lane and then running power down the middle.
Okay.
So it'll be like, it runs up. And then I'm thinking about
expanding
it out and making a giant platform, because I have a long stretch where it just goes stored, and it's probably, 10, 20 panel.
Yeah.
So I'll just do a square and then just build the entire factory up there.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
And then pipe.
You need a lot of real estate, because the factory.
Well, where I'm at, there is a lot of space.
Yeah.
It's just I built it up high enough that I could just expand out and not run into anything.
Yeah.
And then I'm thinking of build little sideways off of it, because there's a couple mountains I can see stuff on top of it that are nearby, not too far off. So I'm thinking I'll just do a little highway that shoots over to that one, so I can see what's over there. But I'm almost to the mountain. I was going up it, but it was getting where I was getting close to it, and I didn't get high enough.
Yeah.
So I'm diverting around it a little bit.
Oh, okay.
So there's a point, and that's what I'm talking about. I had a waterfall. I could have gone over, but it would have been really far to go around this way. So I just going down to the left. Mm-hmm. So, and then I'm going to go around. I got another ramp kind of started on the other side that I will build down to.
Okay.
And hopefully line up.
It won't.
It won't. No. And I'll tear it down because it's not that big.
I have my building's just like in 2 layers. There's like the power plant area, which is now the power plant / train depot.
Yeah.
So it's I knocked out the whole wall.
Mm-hmm.
You remember I had a
building? You had a building.
I knocked out the whole side of it and that built the train depot on the side of it.
Yeah.
So it's open now, and it's like this way. But then my main factory is like this way, so there's like a 15-20 degrees difference. Mm-hmm. So I can't really line them up, but they're on separate layers too.
Yeah.
So, because I built the factory up on a hill that was kind of a flat, hilly area there. That's the problem I have run into. There's a lot of hills, and I've been cutting down trees with the chainsaw. And just
there's tons of that under me, so I'll probably chop a lot of that down.
There's rocks everywhere, and it's like kind of annoying, and I could get them explosives.
You just raise it up. You just gotta raise the platform higher.
Just blow them up.
You can blow up rocks?
Yeah.
I've never done that.
I've done it.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. I just got the sword.
Yeah, it's like a taser
blade,
baton
baton thing. And I was like,
I forget what it's called.
And then I got the rail gun thing.
Yeah.
And it fires one.
I wonder, because there was a scatter gun version of it that I got, but it didn't work because the ammo wasn't in the game.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And I wonder if it added it.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't looked. I didn't see anything about it in the update notes, so I'm probably not, but I'm curious. Because I have one just sitting there. I just can't make ammo for it.
Yeah.
Because it looks like it takes the normal ammo, but it won't do any. It won't use it. And so I need to look at it.
Yeah, go look at the wiki.
Yeah.
The wiki page.
Or just pull it out and see if I can do anything with it.
So, it's fun. I'll probably try to play some more this evening and later this week because I like playing.
Yeah, it's a great game.
We had a game night with the Cartwrights and my fiance Jess and Ricky. And we all went to the Cartwrights and played a bunch of games.
Yeah.
And had some chili.
Yes, we did.
Some delicious chili.
It was very good.
And we played a bunch of games.
Yes. We played Fool's Gold.
Fool's Gold is what we played first.
Yeah, I won.
Yeah.
Which was...
I would think I would have done pretty good had I not been screwed in the last round.
That's
because Fool's Gold is all about mining 5 different locations, and you're playing like people down, miners down.
Yeah,
and
the 1800s, and it's a gold rush, and you're going in, and you have 5 rounds. I think it's 5
years. Yeah,
5 years where you're going in and you roll dice to determine which mines are available,
which are open, have roads to them,
and then you place your workers. It's worker placement, but you're also kind of trying to,
Yeah, it's you put workers down, and that gives you chances to draw a card, and depending on how many workers and dice are there, how many cards are drawn.
It gives you a stake in each of the mines, and so you have a chance of getting cards. And sometimes there's half the cards in each deck is just silt and just worthless
stuff. And it's fun. It's all kind of but it's a weird game because it's not all about just getting gold. Because if you get too much gold from one place, it all at the end of the game, whatever your highest section that you have gold from goes away.
Yeah,
so
which is a cool mechanic. The Fool's Gold element of it. If whatever the highest value you got out of one of the mining locations, you discard those points. And everyone does that, and which is cool. So you don't want to just
you got to diversify.
It keeps you from just hitting one location over and over again. You have to get a little bit of everything.
Yeah. And there's a lot of mechanics that incentivize diversification.
Yeah.
And because there are gems you can get each one, but you can only get points if you collect a number
for
of
each one. Yeah, each mining location has a different gem.
And if you collect for each one you collect, you get more points.
Having multiples of the same one doesn't do anything.
Doesn't do any good.
It's a fun game.
Yeah, I actually for the first time. I think the first time I've done this is I got all 5 gems.
I have in the past. I did not get all 5.
Yeah, I think I was the only one that got
3 of them. In the past, I've gotten all 5, and I usually do pretty well in this game.
Yeah.
Any game, like a lot of games where you're trying to find a balance. Like it's just you don't want to dive head first into one thing. You want to find the kind of I tend to do pretty well with.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's like it's these weird games where I'm just trying to keep balance. I do well in anything where you have to take a strategy and hit it hard. I end up just like falling apart and not doing well, or I go down some path that doesn't work or something.
Depending on the game, it just depends on what the strategy is. But it was fun. You won. But
I did
whatever.
win.
No one cares about that.
And then we played Dixit,
which I forgot about and didn't put on my list.
Yeah.
Probably because I just, whatever. Dixit.
You were not last this time.
I was not.
You are notorious for doing very poorly in this game.
I did. I usually do terrible at it. And we're going to move on.
No, I won that one as well.
Whatever.
It was a good win.
See, I still have the problem with that game. Is there's really no good way for someone to catch up. Like, if you got a big lead.
Well, I didn't. Ricky and I were neck and neck.
You were neck and neck for a while, but even then.
But then I had that one turn.
There was no possible way for me to catch up to you.
Yeah.
There becomes a certain point where it's just impossible.
Well, because unless you get basically what jumped me out ahead and basically made me uncatchable, unless you got a similar instant, was that Brandy gave us a clue, and everyone else guessed my card, and I was the only one who guessed hers.
Yeah.
So I got 3 points for getting the right one,
and then 5.
And then I got 4 points.
4 points.
4 points for everyone else guessing mine.
Yeah, and
so that's 7 points. That's a lot of points in that game.
But then, that's a lot of points. But if you that's like the most points you can make in a round.
That is the most points.
And so
and it's hard to do.
It's very hard to do, and if you can't. So basically, if someone gets like a 7-point lead or more, you're never going to catch them.
Yeah.
Especially once you get to us, and I think that's a flaw in the game. There needs some way to kind of.
I think to some extent, I think the scoring and everything is just kind of a way to kind of keep track of it. I mean, I would have just as much fun not really keeping a score. Doing it like Cards Against Humanity style, where you just get a card for each one.
Well, and that'd be fine if there were more cards.
Yes.
I mean, I think my problem also is that I've seen all those cards many times. I mean, there are expansions you can get.
Every time we play, I tell Trey he needs to buy the expansion deck, because I'm getting pretty familiar with them.
And
there was one point where Jess gave a clue, and I immediately knew what the card was. I was like, I know exactly which card she has.
Yeah.
And so as soon as it showed up, I was like, done, I got it.
Yeah.
Everyone else got it too.
Yeah, it was an easy one.
It was not.
Well, it wasn't easy. It's just we all knew what it was. It took me a little bit. I was probably the last one to figure it out, because I was like, I don't know, what is this? And then when I was looking, I was like, oh yeah, this is.
It's one of those.
It's one of those.
She was banging on us not knowing what an abacus was.
Yeah, and
all of us being educated individuals.
Yes.
Knew what an abacus was.
Yeah,
even though I've never used one.
And I don't know if I've ever seen one.
I've seen one. I've seen them in person, but I've never actually used one.
Yeah.
Like back when we were in school, they did not use them. Though Ricky and Trey, who were a little older than us, they both said they used them when they were in kids. And I was
according to Jess, who's a teacher, he said they do use them in elementary.
No, yeah,
but
I don't remember.
Not our elementary.
Yeah,
apparently.
maybe not.
Yeah. We also played, and it's funny, I forgot to put Dixit on my list, and you forgot to put this one on your list.
Yes.
We played Dr. Eureka.
Yeah.
Which is kind of...
It's a kid's game.
It's a kid game. It's a kind of a
it's
dexterity skill...
It's a fun dexterity
game.
Spatial reasoning game.
So the whole game is, and I'm pretty sure we've talked about it on the show before, you have 3 vials and 6 marbles and 3 different colors.
Yeah.
So 2
you
of
start
each
off
marble.
with 3 vials with 2 marbles of the same color in each one.
And then what you do is you flip a card, and then you're trying to, it has a picture of the 3 vials, and you have to match it.
Yes.
And then it's the first person to get it wins the card.
Yeah, and you can't touch the marble.
Yeah, you can't touch the marble. You just got to pour the vials into the other one.
And
rearrange
you're
the marbles.
rearranging chemicals. Yes. Is the idea.
And it's fun.
It's a lot of fun.
I won that one, actually.
You did.
Just barely.
Just barely.
It was between me and Trey there at the end, but I
started off strong, and then I got worse and worse as we went. I just, suddenly... And also, I think some of it was luck, because you were...
sometimes it is. I kept messing up, but then the next card, I would be like, I just do this. I just happened to be, one or two moves from getting it. So it was just kind of luck, but...
I would have had an extra point had I not hesitated on one round.
Yeah.
There was one round where I was literally, because I had gotten a bad habit of calling Eureka and then realizing, I need to flip this one.
Yeah.
And so I stopped, gave half a beat to look at, to make sure it matched the card. And then I said Eureka, and as I was saying it, Trey and I were basically almost the same time, but he was just a hair above. If I had just done it right when I thought I had it, I would have gotten that point.
Yeah.
But I did not. I hesitated because I was trying to make sure
and then
I
you
was right.
still would have lost.
I would have lost. I would have been 1 point greater, but...
Yes. But it's fun. It's fun. It would be a lot of fun with kids.
It's a fun little game. It's quick.
And then after that, we played Kingdomino.
Kingdomino.
Which is a four-player
kingdom building
tile laying game.
Yeah.
And I got screwed.
You did.
I got screwed.
It was pretty fun.
A couple times, and it wasn't intentional. It felt intentional, but it wasn't.
Not really. There's no real
Yeah, I mean, there is. You can look around and say, they need this.
I didn't look at what anyone else was doing.
But a couple of times, Trey grabbed the thing I needed, and there was a point where I couldn't. The only tile I could get, I couldn't even place on my board, and so.
But you and Trey both ended up picking up tiles you couldn't place, so you had to discard them.
Yeah, and
I made a perfect little square kingdom,
which is the ideal because you get more points.
And Trey and I tied for first place. It was I thought I had it. I was I'm really confident with this. And then I was like, it's going to be close. And it was.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I don't know. I was last. I don't remember. I had less than anyone just because I couldn't connect a few things.
But it's all about connecting regions, and then certain tiles have little crowns.
Yeah, and you get points.
And it's the multiplication
grouping, and
So the bigger of the area and the more crowns you have, the more points you get, and you get extra points for keeping it square and keeping it neat.
And it's good.
It's a lot of fun. I like it a lot.
It's fun. It's quick. I just wish I wouldn't get screwed every time I play.
No, it's okay.
I've only played it twice. But it's fun.
Yeah.
And then we played Santorini.
Yes, we did.
Which is kind of a chess.
It's a weird,
game. But this is the first time I think I've played it with 3 players.
I think I've only played it with 2.
And it was me, you, and Ricky.
Yeah.
And we'd all played before, and so we got our powers. And Santorini's a little board game. You move around. You're trying to get to the top of a 3-tier tower.
Yeah, it's a 5x5 grid. You have 2 little dudes. Yeah, each player has 2 little dudes.
And you move and build.
Yeah, and you have to do both of those.
Yes.
And the goal is the base game is to get to the top of the 3rd tower.
Yeah,
because you can climb up on top of the blocks as you lay them, and if you can get on top of a 3 tall tower, you win.
You win.
But we were playing with the gods' power, with all the Greek gods.
Yeah.
And
so it changes some of the rules.
Changed it up a bit.
Yeah, you were playing.
I was Athena.
So if you moved up, no one else could move up.
Yeah, if I moved up on a block, no one else could do. Which hurt Ricky quite a bit.
Ricky was I forgot the name. Pan.
Yeah.
And all he had to do was be 2 levels up and hop down.
Yeah.
If he could hop down from a 2nd level or higher, really, he wins.
Yeah, he had his own special win condition.
Yeah. And then I was Atlas. Yeah, Atlas. Yeah. And I could put a top on any on any piece.
You have these blue caps that can go on top of a 3 tall tower, and it's caps it off and basically makes it where it's a blocking tool.
Yeah, so you can prevent someone from getting all the way to the top. Normally, you can only put it on the 3rd tier. Yeah. Well, Atlas can put it on any tile.
Yeah.
From the ground all the way up.
Yeah. So basically, causing roadblocks.
I just blocked up a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't even care about winning that game.
Yeah.
I was just like, this is just chaos.
Yeah.
I was like, Daniel's like hopping up on things and keep fitting us. I'm just moving around placing caps.
Yeah.
It's like cap on everything.
Ricky won that one.
Ricky won.
I don't think he expected to win.
I don't think so. I think he kind of had a right play. He was just like, I'm going to let them kind of
like
screw each other up.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what happened. I kind of blocked you in, and then in me blocking you in made me kind of get stuck, and I had limited moves, and then Ricky ended up being able to hop down and win.
Yeah.
And but it's fun. It's a fun little and fast.
It's a good game. I like
pretty.
it.
It's a pretty little
game.
game.
And it's one of those games you can get anywhere. You can go to Walmart or Target or
whatever,
whatever, and they'll have it. It's pretty great. It's pretty widely available.
Yeah.
So you don't have to go to if you don't have a board game shop near you, you can go to Walmart and get
Everyone
it.
just orders games on
That's
Amazon.
true. A lot of people do.
No one goes to
I
shops.
do. But if you want to run down to the shop.
Yeah, I'd like to support a local shop, but we just don't have a... Well, we have one.
We have one.
But they don't carry a lot of stuff.
They don't carry Fantasy Flight.
They don't carry Fantasy Flight, so...
That kind of...
We like Fantasy Flight
We do.
Like, we play a lot of their games.
Yeah. And then, after playing all of these games, we had a full
in a
day
span of like 4 hours, maybe.
We went on to play... We talked about playing Root. But it was 8:30, so
which is the last time we played. We started at 8, and we went to like
even though
1 in the morning.
Played, and we probably been a little faster. We were concerned about going too late.
Yeah.
And so we decided to play Cosmic Encounter.
Which generally is a faster game.
Generally not that long. An hour, 2 hours.
Yeah.
This was the longest Cosmic Encounter game we have ever played.
Yeah, it was like 11 something.
It was 11, 15.
Yeah, before we finished.
Before we finished.
Because...
Yeah.
Because we all had interesting powers, and they all kind of counteracted, and then also
initially I thought Jess had her power was a time
flattery.
She could flatter people. When two people were having an encounter, she could pick one to flatter, and if that person won, she takes a counter off her card.
Board. Yeah.
And if she has 10, if she gets rid of all of them, she just wins. That's her new. She has an alternate win condition, which is cool. And I'm like, that's going to make this. That's going to make this game go faster.
Yeah.
However, you were Fido.
I was Fido, which is a dog basically, and he fetches cards.
Yes.
So after every encounter,
yes.
I get the discard pile, and I can take one of them, and I can offer it to somebody.
Exactly.
And they can accept it, and if they do, I take a ship from the warp, or I can draw a card.
Yeah.
And then, or if they don't accept it, I get the card.
Yeah.
So,
basically, people started playing the Cosmic Zap card, which basically keeps players from using their alien power.
Yeah.
Against Jess to keep the staller, because she was down to like 2 counters.
Yeah, 2 or 3.
And so we were playing at the staller.
Yeah.
Well, then you kept picking it up. And
every time it would get discarded,
player.
I would I pick it up, and I would offer it to somebody else.
Yeah.
They would take it, and then the next fight, they would Cosmic Zap her to keep her from using her power.
You're basically keeping her from losing. However, you also caused another problem. Because you had no problems getting ships from the warp, because your power lets you take one every time you hand someone a card.
At the most, I might have had 5, 6 ships in the warp.
Well, but you also, on your first turn, you got the Mobius Tube card, which is one of the best cards. It basically frees every ship that's in the warp.
Yes.
And you played it in the first round.
Yes.
There was a total of 4 ships in the warp. You had 2, Ricky had 2.
Well, if I hadn't have played it then, I wouldn't have played it at all.
Yeah, but...
I played it then, got my 2 ships from the warp, and Ricky got his 2 ships from the warp. And we went on with the game.
There's 2 of those cards in the deck.
Yes.
And so we were, and a whole bunch of us were starving.
It was bad.
Yeah. There were so many ships in the warp. And, you were the only one who had a bunch of ships. Ricky held out for a little while, but then it got to a point where most of us had 1 ship on each of our planets and colonies. And that's it. And so, that was causing problems because, and then we were going through the deck, and we're like, okay, we're should be getting to the second Mobius tube. Then there was a hazard card. A hazard card came up that flipped the discard with the And I was like, So
and I was like, well, this is a good thing. There is a Mobius 2 card in there.
And I checked after the game because it would not come up.
No.
People were drawing a lot of cards.
Yeah.
And it was like in the lower quarter of the deck
Yeah.
after we shuffled it. And so we just never got it.
Yeah.
And so the whole game we were starving for ships.
Yeah.
Well, on top of all of that.
Yeah.
Like, that, all that considered, somebody should have pulled ahead and won. Like,
Yes.
you should have, with having ships constantly, you should have been able to get up and gain a bunch of points.
I wasn't really gaining a lot of colonies. No one would let me help them.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
I would gain a few friends by giving them cards of like, hey, you let me go with you because I gave you these cards and this is why you're going to win. And it worked for a little bit.
Yeah, but even then, somebody should have been able to, like, get up close, to at least get it to, like, the 4 colonies.
Yeah,
and get to
but no one really got there.
Trey
Trey got to 4 at once.
Yeah.
Once, and then no one else, I think, ever got to 4.
You did.
No, I never got to 4. I think the
got
highest
to
I ever
4.
got was 3.
I thought you got to 4.
Mm.
But so that was, that would have been fine, except we drew another hazard.
Yeah.
Which is the worst one in the game.
Yes.
In, like, how intense it is.
Mm-hmm.
It was called the Entropy Beast.
Yes.
Basically, every time we draw a Destiny card, which determines who you attack, who you have an encounter with, and it's not a color card, and it's a special or wild or something like that, whichever planet has the most ships on it gets destroyed.
Just taken out of the game.
Yeah, it gets removed from the game. That person, whoever is playing it, loses a planet.
Yes.
And everyone lost their ships to the warp, which put a lot more ships in the warp.
Yes.
And
if
they lost colonies.
Lost colonies. So everyone kept shifting back down.
Yeah.
And then also had less places to colonize. And then it also was once you get one person loses 3 planets that way,
everyone loses.
The game's over.
Yeah,
everyone loses.
So
it became this weird like balancing act. Like, okay, you were down to, you lost 2 first.
I lost 2 planets. Yeah.
2 planets, bam, gone.
Yeah.
And so you were down to 3.
Yeah.
And so we're like, well, he can't lose another one, or else
everyone loses.
The whole game's over. So we were all like, had to go, okay, if we attack him, we can't send a lot of ships to it because otherwise he'll blow up. Well, this led to...
So that was like a ticking time bomb.
Yeah, it was bad. And I lost a couple of planets by the end of the game as well. And
because eventually got to the point where everyone had just 1 ship on each of their planets.
Except me, because I kept pulling all mine.
And I told everyone, like, eventually we're just going to keep drawing cards and he's going to lose 3 planets and we're all going to lose.
Yeah. Because I had a lot of plans, and so I had to kind of send a lot of. I was kept telling her, "Hey, let me send some ships over to yours so I can balance it out, so we don't lose the game."
Yeah.
And Jess eventually won.
She did. She finally did win.
Eventually win by flattery.
Yeah.
And
I was just happy the game to be over. It was just not. It was never ending. We kept all getting shifted back down and losing colonies.
I think at the end, everyone had 3 or 2 colonies.
Yeah,
that was it.
That was
after we had lost like 3 or we had lost 4 planets. 4
Jess
or 5
had 0
planets.
colonies.
Yeah,
she had lost them all.
She had lost them all, and was just coasting on flattery, and so she won.
It was fun, though.
That was an interesting one. It was weirdly balanced because of all our powers.
Yeah.
And most of the time that doesn't happen. Like you get just chaos.
Yeah.
And then you're trying to mitigate who's winning.
Yeah.
By,
mine was, I had the reincarnate power. And basically, every time I lose in a fight as a main player or an ally, I get a new alien power.
Yeah.
And I just cycle through them.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was constantly getting new ones. And my favorite one, though, I got the mind power. And basically, anytime people are having an encounter during the alliance phase, I can look at their hand, one person's hand. Which is great when I'm in the encounter, because I look at my opponent's hand and I know exactly what they have.
Yeah.
And it's pretty great.
Mm-hmm.
It was a lot of fun. But overall, it wasn't as exciting as big of a shake-up as I thought it might be.
Yeah. It's fun.
It is
a
lot
good
of fun.
game.
It's a great game.
Hopefully next time we play, we won't play for 3.5 hours.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Yeah.
I got 2 new games.
Yeah?
I picked up the Penn and Teller's VR.
Mm-hmm.
Frankly, unfair, unkind, unnecessary, and underhanded.
Mm-hmm. Which is...
F-U-U-U and you. And I haven't tried it yet. I got it. I downloaded it.
Yeah.
I just haven't set up
I'd like
the VR
to try it
shit.
out. I've heard things about it.
Yeah.
And I listened up in Sunday school, so I've heard about some of the stuff on there. I'd like to try it out.
Yeah, I want to check it out at some point. And then I also picked up, because it was cheap, it was $10, Surviving Mars.
Oh, yeah?
And I've been going through the tutorial of it, and it seems okay.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not sure
I
how much
remember when it was coming out.
Yeah.
I remember thought it was interesting, but it just didn't grab quite. It wasn't quite enough to.
It's kind of
actually...
a city builder on Mars, but you start off with drones that are doing the prep work to build the domes and stuff, and then people show up. So it's a little bit of resource management and collecting. And you have to connect up water and
the resources,
all the resources, power. So I'm just going through tutorials right now. I've got like one more section to get through and to learn how to play the game. And I don't know if I'll like it or not, but it's interesting.
Yeah,
it was $10. So
$10, probably well spent.
Mm-hmm.
Any other games? We played a lot.
No,
So,
we
a game-heavy episode.
I did play a lot of Into the Breach this week.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I was playing it while just doing other stuff.
Yeah.
It's great for, like, playing a couple of rounds, pausing, and going and watching something, or waiting on commercials, and kind of go through. But I don't know if I have anything else to say about it, other than it's a great game.
I still haven't played it. I need to. It's on the list. Okay, well, get into news.
Sure.
Yeah, all right. Play the news starting song.
All right, there it is.
I didn't hear anything.
I'll put it in later.
Will you?
Yeah,
Do we?
totally.
I have to ask you a very important question. Yeah. Does it exist?
Sure.
Okay, well, I'm gonna trust you on this one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Civilization 6.
Yes.
Is only $30 on Switch right now.
Really?
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. Almost. I don't own it yet. I played your copy on Steam, and I keep tempted to get it, and it's cheap on the summer sale.
Yeah.
I don't know if the summer sale's still going, but I didn't look.
Yeah. But I
it's
think
tempting.
It goes for a few.
But the only problem is it doesn't have any DLCs, and they're not on the Switch, so I don't.
It may come out later.
Maybe if they come out with a bundle with the DLC later, it might be worth getting on the Switch. But for now, I'm like, I don't know. Mm-hmm. I'll just play it on the PC for free. But $30 is not bad.
Yeah,
for a Civ game.
No, not bad at all.
You're familiar with Bob Ross?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, he paints. Or he did paint.
He did paint
when he was alive,
and brought joy to many.
It brought joy of painting to many.
Yes,
and apparently a YouTuber, a Minecraft YouTuber, by the handle Smallish Beans. Okay. Some credit there.
Okay.
He created a Bob Ross painting in Minecraft.
Oh, that's cool.
It's actually pretty neat.
Oh, yeah?
It looks pretty spot on.
Okay.
So it's like a mountain with some tree line, and it's real pretty. Okay. And he created a 3D depth. It's all like creative mode, and he used some mods so he can build a mountain real quick. But for the most part, it's handmade, flying around. Planning and building stuff, putting blocks down, and he had a frame floating up in the air so you could get to it and look through it and match it, and it's pretty spot on. It's pretty impressive, and it makes people go, I wonder how many other people are going to start recreating famous art in Minecraft. One I think would be interesting is like Starry Night or something like that with the spirals.
Yeah, all the swirls and stuff.
Or the Screaming Man and stuff like that. It's
not
called the Screaming Man.
I think it's called The Scream.
The Scream, yeah. But, it's the Screaming Man who screams.
Yeah.
Stuff like that would be kind of weird to do in Minecraft.
Fun. I'm sure it's been done.
Probably. I don't know.
Minecraft's been around for a decade.
Yeah. Okay, so Pokemon Go, I've been playing it pretty heavily.
Yeah.
I actually got a little excited because I've been trying to get Pokecoins.
Yeah.
Which I didn't know how to do in the game like
a
week
for
ago.
Them?
No. There are ways to do it. That's the easy way.
Yeah.
That's the lame way.
Okay.
Is to pay money, and I refused to do it.
Okay.
I was tempted, but I refused because I've capped out my Pokemon storage.
Yeah.
And I keep having to get rid of some because I have notion of getting all the Pokemon and having all the Pokemon.
Yeah.
And having the high good stats of all the Pokemon. And I'm trying to do that. Well, I ran out of space, so I have to kind of pick and choose a little bit for a little while. So I was like, how do you get Pokecoins? There's got to be a way, right?
Yeah.
And I had 180 something. I was like, how did I get these?
Oh, yeah.
And so I went online, looked it up, and you get it by holding gems for a time, and then you get so many but you don't get them until you leave the gym. So you get kicked out of the gym.
Oh.
So there's a gym not far from our house.
Yeah.
It's between my place and your apartment.
Uh-huh.
And my apartment.
Yeah.
And so but the problem is it's out in the middle of nowhere, so I had it for like weeks.
Yeah.
And that's how I got a bunch of I had it for almost a month, like 20-something days, and before I kicked out.
Yeah.
So I was like, I just got to put a guy in there. And so I put a guy back in there, and I was like, okay, I just got to get, 20 more coins.
Yeah.
And I can buy a storage.
Yeah.
And upgrade 50 more slots. It took a week.
Yeah.
Because no one comes through there very often, so no one took
I know
the gym
you were messaging me saying...
Yeah, I told you to
make another account.
Yes, because you were off.
Because we're on the same team.
Yes,
so we can't knock each other out of the gym.
Yes.
You were telling me to make another account.
Yes.
So that I could go with
and knock me out of the gym.
Uh-huh.
So I could get some coins.
I told you no.
You didn't tell me no. You just laughed and went on with your life.
I did. That's exactly what
Which
I did.
was an implied no, but I refused to take it.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't. I barely play it as it is. Why would I go add more?
But yesterday, we had gone to eat. Mm-hmm. No. Oh, we were at the Cartwrights. Yeah. And I pulled up. I was like, we're in town. Let's see what's nearby. No Pokemon in their neighborhood, apparently, even though there's stops all over the place. Yeah. And I was like, Trey, why is there no Pokemon here? And
he was like, I don't care. And he said, yeah, that's literally...
He apparently refuses to put it on his phone.
No. I mean, you're talking about a guy who went a long time without a smartphone.
That's true.
When smartphones were like old news, and he didn't get one.
He refused to join. Yeah. But anyway, Anyway, so I got excited because someone kicked me out of the gym there, so I was able to upgrade my storage. Yeah. So I was weirdly excited just because I could buy something in Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
Without spending money.
Yeah.
And that was my goal. But anyway, there's a new event starting the 10th, so this week, involving an armored Mewtwo.
Okay.
Which is a thing?
I
guess?
Yeah, from one of the things.
Why does Mewtwo need armor?
To protect him.
I mean, he looks like
bullets.
He look with the armor. He looks like the guy from what's the Toonami? Anime. They do animes at night on Cartoon Network.
What is that guy's name?
I can't remember his name, but he looks like that.
Yeah,
kind of looks like that dude.
Similar color.
Yeah. The head shape is similar.
What is that?
I can't remember his name.
It's like a normal name, isn't
it? It's like Bob or something.
I don't know.
But, yeah. So, I guess if you want to fight an armored Mewtwo, you can do that.
Yeah.
July 10th.
I'm going to have to look it up.
Yeah. It's going to bother you.
It's going to bother me.
Okay, while you're doing that, so, new PlayStation Plus this month was supposed to be a Konami soccer game.
Oh, yeah.
The PES. I don't know what the acronym stands for.
Tom.
I knew Tom and Bob. That's
I knew
close.
it was a regular name.
Tom, yeah.
Tom, that's it.
So if you get the armored Mewtwo, I guess you can capture it. Yeah. You can name him Tom.
Yeah.
That seems
That'd
fitting.
Be cool.
Right?
Do that. I'm not going to do it.
Tom the Mewtwo. So PlayStation Plus. Konami was supposed to have this month the Soccer PES 2019. I assume the S stands for soccer. I don't know what the PE stands for. I didn't Google it. But for the last minute, it got changed to for some reason, and Konami said Sony made the decision, and Sony's not saying anything, so who knows why. But it got replaced with Detroit Being Human.
Okay.
Which I grabbed.
Yeah.
I remember the ads for it, but I never played it.
I never did either.
It'll probably just sit in my library. A lot of my PlayStation Plus
I keep forgetting I get those, and I should go.
You should go grab them, even if you're not going to play them.
Yeah.
Be like me. I have like a handful of games. I'm like, I'll play this maybe one day.
Yeah.
I've never played them.
Yeah.
I have like the Hitman collection.
Oh,
Haven't played
really?
it. Yeah.
I wouldn't mind playing them.
That was like a couple months ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have that, and I'm like, yeah, maybe I'll play this one day. I haven't yet.
Yeah.
They've released some images for the Witcher series.
Yeah.
On Netflix.
Yeah.
So what's the deal with everyone having weird color eyes on that? Like, that's the only thing I took away from the pictures.
I mean, have you seen the game?
Yeah.
They have weird color
kind
eyes.
of play. I will not be happy with this series
I won't not.
I won't not.
You will not.
I will not be happy with this series.
Okay, so you will be happy with this series.
Unless Henry Cavill, who's playing The Witcher, it runs ridiculously with the sword. Because you remember in the first game,
yeah,
he did this weird. I can't remember exactly. It's some weird stance. He has a weird stance when he's running with his sword.
I didn't play it that much. So.
And I didn't play the first one that very nice because the controls were weird.
Yeah.
And the fighting was weird, and I couldn't figure it out. I know. And then I just lost interest. But if he doesn't do that, it's not faithful to the game, as far as I'm concerned.
I don't know if he does that in the third one. I don't remember.
He doesn't.
I played a little bit of that.
That's why canon has to be based on the first game.
Oh, okay. All
Or
right.
I will not be happy.
Yeah.
You
You think it'll be good?
I don't know.
I don't
Probably,
know
maybe. Henry Cavill's good, but it's a solid choice. He's too pretty, I think, for The Witcher, though.
Maybe.
He's a good-looking man, but he doesn't have the big scar.
Maybe he gets it.
Maybe he gets it, but the pictures, if he does it, it's real subtle.
Yeah.
And they kind of do that a lot in
Yeah.
adaptation. That people are supposed to have big scars, they get shrunk down.
Yeah.
Kind of like Tyrion and Game of Thrones. He didn't lose
because
his
it's a lot of
nose.
work.
It's a lot of work to give people
maintain
ridiculous
that.
scars. So, whatever. But, we haven't seen any footage.
Yeah.
So we'll see. The people are claiming it'll be the next Game of Thrones, but whatever. Everything's gonna be the next Game of Thrones.
Yeah, exactly.
That's like the big thing now.
Yeah.
What's gonna be the next? Game of Thrones?
The next Game of Thrones is gonna be
the prequel.
It's the prequel Game of Thrones series.
Yeah, that they're filming in.
Now, whether it'll be as on the scale of the popularity of Game of Thrones, I don't know.
With the way the ending was and the way people felt about it, probably maybe not. Who knows? We'll see. We will see. I'll watch it.
Yeah, I'll watch it then.
Probably.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Why not?
So there's a village in Breath of the Wild that has similarities to an island from Wind Waker.
Yeah, like the starter island.
Yeah, the starter island. It's arguable.
I haven't actually looked at the comparison.
I thought it was going to be closer than it was because the article I read said it's identical, and I looked at it. It's loosely based off it.
Yeah,
and it's like loose enough. Like there was a reason probably no one's noticed it for 2 years. It just has some similarity, and it's probably just a reference. I wouldn't say it's any connection because it's not close enough to be accurate.
Yeah.
So. The last thing I had on my list is kind of interesting. There's a new Tiny Towers. The mobile game where you build towers.
Yeah.
You have floors.
I played that. Yeah, forever ago.
Yeah. There's a new one.
Oh, really?
Lego Towers.
Really?
Yes. It's the exact same game.
It's just Lego people.
Just replaced with Legos. and in product placement for Lego products.
Okay.
Like, you have tower toppers, and apparently it's like Lego sets. So it's like, oh yeah, you like this? This is the set. You can buy it. You can buy this with real money and build it at your home.
There you go.
Or someone else's home if you're weird like that.
I built a Lego set in my office once.
Yeah,
when I was in grad school.
Yeah, I did that too.
It was a large set.
That's why we have masters.
Yeah,
because we built Legos in our offices.
It took me 11 and a half hours. It was a large set.
Mm-hmm. Would you have taken longer if you weren't working on a master's?
It was during spring break, so I wasn't doing anything else.
Well, I mean, I'm saying, is the education you were getting made you a better Legoer?
I don't know, but it made me look cool because I had a large Lego set in my office.
Did it?
Yeah. People thought, oh, cool. They came in and said, you're cool because you own that.
No one said that.
Yeah, a lot of people.
They were like, oh, the people who like Legos are like, hey, Legos! And the people who didn't are like, why?
If that didn't win it over, I had my guitar in the office too. Just to make sure people knew that I'm
a douchebag. I got my guitar over there.
That's my guitar.
Mm-hmm. There's a roll of beer on the that I've drank.
I've never done that.
No, neither have I.
I've known lots of friends who've done it.
Was classier because my Lego set was better that I had in my office.
I wouldn't say it's better. It was. I would say just as good.
It
was smaller,
more fitting for the setting. Yours was the Tower
London Tower Bridge
from London.
Yes,
which is an impressive set.
It's
very
4,000 something.
Yeah,
I used to know 4,684 pieces, something like that.
Yeah, mine was classier. And seeing as we have art degrees, we were in the part of the art department, I had the Frank Lloyd Wright.
The Roby House?
Roby House.
See, I also had a Frank Lloyd Wright on my desk as well.
Yours is smaller.
I had the falling.
I had the bigger, more impressive set.
Yeah, but I had the small. I appreciate art and architecture, and then I had.
And then Tower Bridge.
Bridge that took up the whole back of my desk. Yeah.
Yeah. Frank Lloyd Wright. That's a beautiful set.
It is a beautiful.
It's in a box somewhere right now because I have nowhere to put it. But yeah. That's all I got. It was a pretty light news week, so it's probably a good thing we played a lot of games.
Yeah.
So I
want to just go back to playing Satisfactory.
That's what I want to do too.
And I don't know yet. I can't decide what I'm going to do the rest of this evening. Play more Satisfactory or watch Chernobyl. Watch some more Chernobyl.
Chernobyl is supposed to be good. I haven't
really
watched
good.
it
I've watched 2 episodes in, so I'm almost halfway, and I'm like, I could probably finish it up tonight.
Yeah.
I don't know if I will, but
I'll probably, depending on how the baby duties fall.
How that baby duty falls.
You gotta watch where that baby duty falls. Speaking of which, I had a different shirt on. More game centric. I had my PAX shirt. And
baby duty.
I had baby. I was holding Baby Rad, and she spit up on me. I was like, "Oh no!" I was like,
I gotta change.
I guess I'm gonna have to change. I was like hoping it would dry and you wouldn't notice it, but I was like, big old stain. Yeah, right.
You should have worn it anyway. Like, wear your fatherhood.
So
with
I
pride.
instead switched to this.
Because it could have been another thing you could have told the audience about, showing it.
Yes,
it's like my daughter did this.
My daughter is gross.
Well, it's quite warm in here.
Yes, it is. So, I'm sweating like crazy.
Yeah, I'm sure the audience can see, our viewers can see that we're sweating a little bit.
Y'all should donate money so we can have a legit stereo studio so we won't sweat ourselves.
Sure. There's nowhere to do that.
We don't have a way, but if you want to, just send us a message, and we'll take checks, cash, Bitcoin.
Is that what we're doing now?
Any way to make our lives better. I have a baby now. Help me.
Please go to our website at deafandumb.com, DEAFNDUMB.com, and please like, comment, and subscribe.
Yes.
If you want to talk to us, that's where you can find out how to do it.
We're also on Facebook.
Yeah. We're on
Twitter.
all that stuff.
And, stuff.
No.
Instagram.
Yeah. We put out an episode a week for 177 episodes. So we're doing all right.
Yeah.
You've only missed one.
I've only missed one.
No, I've missed none because I'm better.
Yeah, well, one day I will murder you, and that will change.
That will be the end of the show.
No, it won't.
I'll just
replace you.
Thank you very much for listening. I'm Dan May.
And I'm Dudley May. And this has been Deaf and Dumb. I got sweaty and my brain farted for a second. Deaf and Dumb.